Enterprise Management 360.
So I'm joined now by Ed Morgan, COO at DisplayNote. Ed, thank you so much for joining me.
How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Pleasure.
So I want to kind of start off by talking about, obviously we've got this new version of Launcher.
Uh-huh.
What are we kind of looking at? What are you hoping people are going to take away from today?
What I'm hoping people take away is its approach to, I guess, a user-first approach to just launching the tools and apps that you use in meeting spaces. So think of Launcher as almost like a home screen for your meeting space. Meeting spaces, as you probably know, are having to do a lot more have to kind of justify their expense and the real estate. So you see a lot more teams coming in and out, and no longer can the conference room be the conference room. So they're becoming multi-purpose, multi-departmental, and everyone wants quick and easy access to the tools that they use every day. So we're not creating any new tools. We're just giving users just quick and easy access to the tools they already use, which means if they want to open up a whiteboard or their wireless casting app, or if they want to open up any app that they already use, we just allow them to do that to one touch. So if I'm setting up a room, I can just say, give me access to 4 apps, that's all my team use. It also gives me access to video calls. So schedule meetings like you always do in Outlook, make it a Zoom call or a Teams call or go to a meeting call, and it just means when I come into the room, the call's waiting on me, and I can just simply tap on the call, launch it now, and that just fires up straight into the call. So what I'm hoping people will take away is that they don't have to think. There should be no cognitive load of how do I do the thing I need to do. So that's really it.
Lovely. So obviously you've had a lot of people kind of visiting the booth. What has their kind of response been? What, have they really taken to one area rather than another? Or?
Well, they've taken to a couple of areas. One is the shared meeting room experience, which you've just kind of described, that easy access to my calls, to my content, to the apps that I use. But what's been really interesting is, we talk about rooms with touch screens, and I think a lot of people realize, I actually have a touch screen in my pocket. So what we're taking away is that, I guess, modern working, we don't want calendars or room booking systems to become kind of, self-made productivity bottlenecks. So using an application and using their own 365 account, what's been really interesting is that someone can take a companion app for Launcher, and using a kind of Bluetooth low energy for proximity detection, they can quickly temporarily sign in on the display, which makes that shared meeting room a more personal device. Excellent. So I can take a look at my OneDrive, I can access my calendar, but I can also take a look at, here's all my calls, here's calls that are happening today. I can simply launch that from here, and you'll see that call will just start on the display.
Excellent.
And once I'm done, I can clear the device, which is another vein of something that's resonated is, okay, I'm done in the room, I've opened up the apps, and I've did this and I did that, but really, I know there's going to be people in behind me.
Yes.
I don't want, in the same way, in a physical world, I would lift folders off and I would clear whiteboards. When we're talking virtual, I want to be able to clear my footprint as well. So once we disconnect, Launcher will close any applications, it will clear the browsing history, and it'll just sign me back out, ready for the next team or person to come in and simply launch the thing that they need to do.
Excellent. So I guess that comes down to more of a security issue that people are kind of wanting to make sure.
Absolutely. So there's kind of the simplicity is a vein, the personalization of vein. They're almost saying, we want the me in meetings, and obviously security is not just in the meeting space, but everywhere in the world is how do I keep my stuff secure.
Excellent. Well, we're seeing a lot of emerging trends, we're seeing a lot of changes happening that are coming in. So what are you hoping to see, or what are you expecting to see over the coming years in the corporate space with this kind of new and emerging technology?
Well, I think one mantra that's guiding it all, and is coming from a kind of user-centric or a user experience background and design first, is the mantra of don't make me think. So there should be no friction, there should be no cognitive load, even no matter how small or how subliminal, that makes the user say, well, what's happening here? So I'm seeing just a real stripped back approach launching applications to just doing things in general. No one cares what you're doing at a technical level. Even on my phone, I don't really care that a signal's bouncing off a satellite hundreds of thousands of miles away. I just want to do things really simply. So we're seeing a lot of stripping back, user first approach, don't make me think, no cognitive load, but also the idea of interoperability between all of these applications is now just going to become known as operability. Expectations that things will work with other things. We're now, I guess, for a while we've seen a kind of collaboration paradox. Lots of collaboration apps, all designed to make me work smoother and smarter, but don't tend to play well with each other. So you've got a little kind of collaborative silos. And now we're, no more should that be. It's just, look, things should work with things. All I need to do is communicate with teams, and please don't stand in the way of that. So that's where we're seeing, the market move to.
Excellent. Well, Ed, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Appreciate it.
Hope to see you soon.